Okay.
Rolling.
Yeah. I recently had a conversation with Soji Oyemomi. I'm not sure if I got the name rightly pronounced. But we're talking about the difference between entrepreneurs and visionaries. Again, you can look at those words differently, but you'll get the point of what we're referring to. Um, there are people who are core entrepreneurs. They are simply thinking about financial success of a business, maximize profit, identify opportunities, find the margins. And then there are the more visionary ones. They have a worldview, they have a philosophy, they have an ideology. They believe a business should stand for something. They are able to inspire people to believe those stories. They embody those stories and then they make people believe them. Right. While there are CEOs who combine both, oftentimes you find CEOs who are more enterprising and the businesses survive and, in fact, thrive, but there's no soul to the business, there's little loyalty, and sometimes the visionary ones, inspire people, but then the businesses fold because they're not getting the basics right. Now, businesses need a mix of everything. Businesses should work on paper, should work in terms of the numbers. Businesses should stand for something, should have a sense of purpose, and people should believe and look at that business in the light of these bigger things that it stands for. And there's the need for a combination of these things, either in one person or in a mix of co-founders or collaborators. And business leaders need to realize what their strengths are. And oftentimes, what we do instead is make jokes of maybe, for example, there have been stories like Adam Newman with the We Crashed series, the stories of We Walk. If you watch it, you will see this there's that bigness on the side of, oh, this is what we mean, transforming the human. I can't recall the exact words they used. There's that story and ideological side to the business, but then they failed on delivering the core basics of making the business work. That could be imagined as being visionary to some extent, but lacking in being entrepreneurial, right? There's also the recent story of Usman Go of from restofworld.org, the story of Airlifts blowing up 85 million USD in 11 months. And when he was going to respond, he said, well, we made impact. We just showed what was possible in Pakistan. This is the largest fundraise in Pakistan. This is the beginning of something new entirely. There was it responded from a different perspective where you could see someone who, yes, we could say was being visionary, but lacked what was needed to in fact fulfill that vision. And you could argue that these leaders, these two examples, were maybe just posing as being visionaries. Then that would be your subjective opinion, but truly, there are true visionaries who would set a team, a business up on a path to purpose, but then could potentially fail because they did not understand the nitty-gritties of actual, like, everyday business and making the numbers work. And there are the ones who get that so well, but their businesses lack soul, and then there's little loyalty that you can earn while being that way, right? So it's important to understand your strengths and then find the right combination. I was watching a story, a piggyback story, Odun was talking about Josh being the more empathetic person, and she's more of, like, the get things done, the ops, right? And the different co-founders on the team and how their strengths fuse in together to make such a great leadership at the startup. There's a story of Bolaji and I. When we did the personality test and I realized I'm the campaigner, Bolaji is the defender, it made more sense because I was more into talking about stuff. I was more in both within and without. Bolaji was more into making it work, efficiency. So there's no point to argue what is more important, innovation or visioning versus efficiency. It's both. We need both. And when leaders realize their strengths, then they can find the right partners and collaborators to make the perfect combination. Yeah, that's the idea. So find your type, the type of leader that you are, and then be able to find the right collaboration to make the super team. Yeah, that's the point.